Hello,
Welcome back. I am Justin.
I'm Rochak.
I'm Suvi.
Yes, we have another special guest. And let's go ahead and start off with saying thank you so much for being a guest. We love having guests and giving their opinions and their favorites for the show. So, how are you guys doing today?
I'm great. It's a really good weather outside, and I've just been sitting around reading my books.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it's a great day.
I wish it'd start getting cooler, which it is starting getting cooler, but it's pretty hot for November right now. So, but yes,
So, do you want to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes,
A little
go
bit your
ahead.
background.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Suvi Lama. I'm a junior here at Southern Miss, and I study computer science and sociology. I'm interested in the intersection of internet, technology, and basically society. And like about my music and basically all other tastes, I really like to understand how people go on about their lives and perceive it and in some way like put it in their art forms because I believe that everyone is an artist in some way or another. So it's really nice to be able to see that through different mediums and yeah, that's all about me, I guess.
yes. So starting off, what are some of your favorite musicians?
So I listen to a lot of artists, but also at the same time, I don't have any favorite ones. But recently, I've been listening to The Velvet Underground. I've been listening to Charlie XCX after her new album dropped. Chappell Roan, Big Thief is really good, I would say, and listening to a lot of Anushka Shankar, who is this Indian classical fusion artist, and she's a really good singer and a sitar player, which is an Indian classical musical instrument.
Hmm.
And so I basically listen to a lot of indie pop and like rock music.
Okay.
That's cool. That's the first guest we have with different taste. But every guest here, I have like variety of music tastes, which are really good. So we love Charlie
Yes.
XCS. We also love Chaperon. We're a big fan, both of us. We
Oh, cool.
always talk
We are.
about Hot to Go. That was supposed to be our theme song, but copyright and other
Yeah.
stuff, we can't use that.
Yeah, I did learn to dance though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
really?
did.
Okay.
we should do.
We should do it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about TV shows, what kind of TV show do you watch?
So I actually just like my music taste. I just watch everything and also nothing. So sometimes I can be really busy and I won't watch a lot. But this past few weeks, I've been watching Netflix this Korean show. It's called Culinary Class Wars, which is really interesting because it's like top 100 chefs from. It's a reality show from Korea, and there are these like 50, like 80 of them are these like really well-known chefs, but also they're not that well-known, and they have their own restaurants and stuff. But 20 of them are like top level, like have made food for White House, like
Wow.
have done it for the Blue House in Korea, and own different Michelin star like restaurants. So they're all like against each other, and it's really cool to see like all of the people's transformation and who they are as people and their care towards the food. So I think it makes me appreciate food more in terms and also gives me like a background into Korean food and just like all the food that they tackle with like Indian, no, not Indian, Italian and Western cuisine. So it's a lot of learning about people and then how it correlates with their interest with food and how they like making people happy. But beyond that, I also watch Abbott Elementary. Is on Hulu right now, and it's really
Yes.
good.
I watched few episodes, but I need to finish that.
Yeah, I think it's really funny, especially because Abbott Elementary is written by the same like actress who also plays in there, so she does all the things. So she's really good at it, and I think it's one of those shows where, um, like it's authentically black and without like centering white people and a lot of those things. So it's funny and it's like really tackles everything related with black audience and like what their lives are like in Philadelphia.
That's nice. So
Yes, going back to real quick to
yeah.
the culinary class wars. They maybe reminded me of like stuff like Gordon Ramsay's shows, like Kitchen Nightmare or
Hell
yeah, Kitchen
Kitchen.
Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
and a hotel. Do you like any of those type, or have you watched any of those?
Yeah, I grew up watching MasterChef a lot.
Okay.
Like MasterChef Australia, India, like America. But this show is better in terms of like how a lot of culinary shows, they have so many mistakes, and people like really, I don't know. I think it's like less respectful of other chefs as well. But this show is like the people in there who are competitors are very respectful of each other, and even though they have like 20, 30 years of difference between how long they've been cooking, I think I really like seeing that commit,
Okay.
seeing that good competition. And one of the like the finalists was actually a winner of Iron Chef.
Cool.
Yeah, right.
Interesting. So yeah, talking about Elementary, that's like the Office style. So have you watched Office?
Yeah, I've watched
We
all
always
of it.
talk about
We do.
Office, yeah, because we love Office, and I'm making Office version for Southern Miss Television.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Excited
official
for that.
now. Got approved and everything.
Oh, what
Oh,
is
dear.
it called?
Should I say the name right now? Why not?
Big review.
It's gonna it will be called the Newsroom.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yep.
I like that.
I want to give shout out to Mike and Carter. They are the one who came up with the name. So that's what we're
Okay.
gonna call. And if you want to be part of it,
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
welcome.
I loved our newsroom too.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I need to write script and everything, but I'm excited about
You
that.
can do
So,
it, man.
is there any other show?
So I really love Fleabag. I love just a lot of portrayal of basically like womanhood, but also like tackling all of that and trying to understand like life through the lens of being a girl, but also like really being a person in your own terms. And I really like New Girl as well. New Girl is kind of, it's more of a sitcom vibe compared to Fleabag, which is more sad, and it's just this woman who's going through a lot, but everyone in her life is also not helpful, and she doesn't really like, not helpful as in like, she's kind of like me. She reminds me that even when there are people in their life that love her, like sometimes I isolate myself, and like she does that in ways that might like make her life worse or for the better, I don't know. But she meets another like guy who's a priest, and she falls in love with him, which is hilarious. But
Yeah, I haven't
It's-
seen those. So have you, Justin?
No, I haven't.
yeah, I think it's a must watch. It's recommended, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge is really good. She produced, acted, basically written that like all by herself.
Yeah, that's amazing. Executive producer, writer, and actor.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we have also mentioned the Bear.
Yeah.
I love Bear.
Wait, have you watched the new season?
Yeah, I have. A lot of people I saw comment they were disappointed with the new season. What did you think?
I only watched first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I watched The Bear like season 1 before the new season came out like last year with my boyfriend, and it was pretty good watch. We watched it together, and for someone I really like more subtle stuff, like more sad, or like even in terms of sadness, it's like not a lot of screaming, but The Bear is a lot of screaming.
Crazy.
I
Yeah.
know, but I do love Ayo Edebiri a lot. Have you watched this, Justin?
I haven't watched it. The only thing I know about the bear is the memes and stuff they post of him in the kitchen screaming on TikTok and Instagram reels.
I know
Yeah.
he's always screaming. Oh, there was a Jeremy Allen White look-alike contest recently.
Yeah, I saw that
There's been
post.
a lot of celebrity
Look-alike
lookalike
contest.
contests.
We need to do that one in Southern Miss. Like,
Who look-alike?
I don't know, like Joe Paul look-alike contest.
Joe Paul.
That will be hard. We can do a SM2, like Dr. B.
Dr.
Dr.
B.
B.
Yeah, I like talking about the Bear. The last season was a bit slow. I think it's like arc between season 2 and new season that's coming.
Yeah.
I think that's what season 3 is basically. It's more storytelling, more character driven. It's a bit slow. You might feel boring here and there, but still the character wise is really good. And I loved season 3.
Yeah, I love Carmi, and I love like his, I don't know, seeing flashbacks of his life previously, like his brother who's now dead, and also like loves like watching how loved Chicago is in the videos. It's like really nice to be able to like see the love people have for the city.
And also for the food.
Yeah. I know. We're talking a lot about food today.
Yeah.
Okay, while we are talking about food, are you guys good at cooking?
I'm great at cooking and baking.
Dustin?
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
okay
the
too,
few
yeah.
things I can cook or know how to cook, I mean, I think I cook pretty decently.
Me too.
I
can
like to
cook.
grill. That's what
Oh.
Oh.
I think I've never grilled. So.
I've never grilled too. I need to get into it, and I've been trying to learn like all the charcoal and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, but I grew up cooking a lot, and I never baked. But recently, I've been baking quite a lot. I made brownies yesterday, and last week I made banana bread. It's always so good.
Rochak, hear me out. We add cooking section to the rundown.
Oh, yeah.
Cooking segment.
What's your favorite food?
What's your favorite food?
That would be good.
That actually kind of would be cool. I know.
Okay, next semester,
Maybe, yeah.
season 2, real
Season two.
life. Okay, I have one breaking news. Not a breaking news, but one news. We have a new album from Kendrick Lamar,
Oh,
GNX, with
Is
the
that what it's called?
featuring. Yep,
Mm.
featuring Caesar Jack Antonoff, Camp Kamasi, Washington.
okay. Are you excited to listen to him? Are you a fan?
No,
Of Lamar?
means I'm not a fan, but I'm not a hater too. I'm just in between.
Yeah, me neither. I think I'm neutral about his music.
Same.
I mean, I listen to some sometimes, but like I'm not a fan either.
I'll give you a review next week.
Yeah, but it's very interesting that he collaborated with Antonoff because Antonoff is more poppy sound. So he produces Taylor Swift's album, Charlie XCX. He does all of that.
Not really familiar with Jack Antonoff.
Yeah, so he basically produces a lot of
Okay.
their.
Okay.
Yeah,
We are young.
Lord as well. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I think let's take a break and we'll be back with our favorite segment, movie. We have few news from our sponsors and our song. We'll be right back. Welcome back.
We're back.
We are back. Now
Hello.
it's my favorite segment.
Favorite
movie.
segment of all time.
I love movie. So, as always, Justin, do you want to answer the
Yes. So
question?
in every show, I always ask the guest this one hard question,
Oh no.
and it's I mean it's just crazy. But what is your favorite movie
Of all
of
time.
all time?
Oh wait, that's really hard.
That's
to
what I
pick.
said.
Okay, what's yours, guys?
Justin,
We'll see. That's the problem.
that's the problem.
So
You don't have to answer that. Just say,
Yeah.
what are some of your favorite movie?
No, I feel like the host should answer too. If,
okay. So
Yeah.
all right. So
Okay.
yeah, no, completely. We do it as a little gag joke.
Yeah, it's just,
But okay, so for me, I like to rank my movies in categories. So my favorite
Oh.
category of movies is horror movies, and then it's war movies, and then other stuff falls underneath that. And then I have like different movies within those. So like for horror, like Hereditary or The Conjuring, those are some of my favorites for horror movies. And then I can't really just put one. But like I said, we ask it as like a little gag joke. But
Okay.
Then, but we explain ourselves.
yeah, and for me, it's
so-
more about director. I was through director like Christopher Nolan,
Mm-hmm.
Denis Villeneuve, Wes Anderson, and so on.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's
Yeah.
some of your favorite movie?
For me, I really like coming of age movies a lot. So I really like. I used to read a lot when I was a child. I still do, but I read Little Women, and then Greta Gerwig's Little Women is one of my favorite movies. Just because it gives me so much comfort. I also like a lot of her other movies, like Lady Bird is really good, and I like. I don't know if you've watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
We
It's one of my
have.
favorite movies too. I think I can connect with it a lot more, and it's one of my most watched movies. I like a lot of Studio Ghibli movies
Okay.
too.
My
Yeah,
girlfriend does too.
Okay, yeah, great taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about Greta Gerwig, she's an amazing director. One of my favorite movies from 2023 was Barbie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I went with zero expectation for the movie because it was kind of okay. It was more meme at the
Yeah.
beginning. And when I actually watched the movie, I feel like she did a good job with the character about portraying overall Barbie through the like cinematic way more than a storytelling. Um, it felt like a real world, but mixed with a plastic world. So, to the standpoint of filmmaking, that's how I judge movie. That was a good movie for me.
Okay, so did you like Barbie more than Oppenheimer?
Oh man. Oh,
That's a
me
completely
talking.
different movie.
Yeah, those
So,
are. But
Yeah.
Barbenheimer was really like interesting. I think
Yes.
now it's Wicked and Gladiator.
Yeah,
Gladiator too.
Wicked what just came out today, right?
It came
Mhm.
out today.
Yeah.
I think people are having a good response for that movie, which is good. And same with other movie from Greta Gerwig, Little Woman and Lady Bird.
Yeah.
Those both of those movies are my favorite too. It
Yeah.
comes into
Yeah.
I think those movie are like you said, comfort movie, very easy to watch, not too crazy, very like simple movie.
Yeah, it's like I think a lot of movies sometimes when focusing on bigger things, they don't like I think for me is the importance of the human experience and these little moments that make up who a person is, for instance. And in Lady Bird there's this one scene where she goes to get pants or some like clothes with her mom, and her mom never says, "Oh, I like it," or like, "Oh, you look really beautiful in it." And um Lady Bird is just there, like why can't you ever say you like this, that I look beautiful? And it's just like really these moments and of how like this mother daughter relationship shapes the daughter and the mother, and this like this whole idea of like these small moments but also that make up such a big part of our lives that I really like to
True.
see.
Yes, it does.
So same with like you said, human element. I watched movie called My Old Ass.
What?
Sorry, sorry if that offend you, name, but that's the name.
Mm.
It's on Prime Video, and it was actually a good movie. So storyline is there's a teenage girl who takes mushroom and get hallucinate and meet with older version of herself. Like she's 39 years old, I believe, and the girl is 18 or 19-year old.
Oh, wow.
So she meets with her elder version, and she start giving her advice about life and stuff.
Okay.
And it's really weird storyline, definitely, but I think they touch with the human element in this movie about how she, like older version of her, tells her to like be more with her brother, spend time with her brother and with mom and stuff. And that little things she does throughout the movies just makes this movie very like engaging, close to like human. So this was a good movie, which I recommend.
Is this a recent?
Yeah, it just came out like came out on September 13 in Canada. I think it just came out on Prime Video like
Okay,
a
sounds
week ago.
interesting. I'll watch it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Recently, I also watched. I've been getting into older movies. I always used to just watch movies like after 2000s. So I was born in 2003. So after that,
Same.
a lot of those movies that
I
are
can relate.
just younger, like just like latest and stuff. So, but my friends are really, and my boyfriend especially, like is really into older like movies, and he grew up watching that. And we watched Wings of Desire some weeks ago, and I still keep thinking about it. It is about these like two angels, but they never really talk about religion in the movies thing. And these two angels who just go around in Berlin, and no one else can see them, but they can see everyone, and then they can fly, they can just transport. But they like when they touch someone else, they comfort them. So basically, there's this one scene where this person wants to die, but the angel like tries to approach and then gives this comforting feeling, and he does that in different places like throughout Berlin. Like the wall is still there too, which is one part of the movie that I find really interesting. But eventually, one of the angel like falls in love with a human girl that he's been watching for a while, and the girl kind of senses his presence too, even when like she can't really see him, and she's this circus girl who dances and stuff. So it's really interesting to see that even this angel who's immortal and has spent so much just wants, he talks about like, I wonder what it must feel like to be like the greatest person, but also in the second thought he says, or to just have a cup of coffee or something with someone, because for that angel like one interaction is the same as just being like the top of the world. So just seeing, oh, because for us it's like, oh, becoming a great person versus just having these moments with friends is not the same thing. But for these angels, like they really want to have these human interactions, and he eventually gives up like his angel life and becomes a human for her.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It like really puts into perspective like how many things you overlook, and like especially I think a lot of the theme that's coming up today is about like the human experience, or like these short moments that are also like big, but also for me it's like these long moments for them is so short because they
True.
don't really have anything else going on.
That's interesting. Like you said, with Angel trying to be a human, that reminded me of this non-human character, but having a human element. Like, have you watched Guardian of the Galaxy?
Oh yes, I have.
So the character Rocket on the new movie was really amazing. I think that also kind of touched into a human element. We can feel his emotion even though he's not a human.
Yeah.
So this kind of thing really makes movies special.
Yeah, I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, like the soundtrack itself is so good, and low key it's like one of my favorite Marvel movies in general too. More than I think other ones, which other movies are more about like action and a lot less storytelling.
Yeah, I started watching MCU through Guardian of Galaxy. This was my first movie, and I love this universe, like within a universe.
Hmm.
What about you, Justin?
I don't know if I've watched it,
You haven't?
completely honestly.
Oh, do you know Groot?
No, I know who Groot is,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
And Rocket and all that, yes. But I don't think I've actually watched the movie. I'm behind on a lot of movies. I watch too much YouTube nowadays. I need to watch some more movies.
That's fine.
Um,
There's a good movie on YouTube too.
Yes, but I do want to talk about we got a trailer for the live action How to Train Your Dragon a few days ago. Excited to see because I love that movie. Have y'all seen the trailer for that?
I haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen like this one picture of the guy, like where he's just in this arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been going around all over Twitter actually, and there some people are like really not impressed, and some people think that because animation itself is so important and like so hard to make, but they feel like not every movie needs to be
Live.
no, yeah, live.
Well, yeah, just gonna go ahead and skip over real quick. Minecraft came out with their second trailer as well, and I know this is a very big thing. A lot of people are not happy with, including myself, with Minecraft and including live people in it. I feel like it just would have been better if they just would have animated it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some YouTubers out there that have made like short film movies like Minecraft version, and it's better than the trailers I've seen already. I feel like they're just trying too hard, so I'm disappointed in that. But that goes what you were saying, like not every movie needs a live form to it, because in animation you can do so much more, and you don't have to. You could also get away with the budget being smaller, not having to pay all these actors all this money, and it'd still be good.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, kids just need a lot more. They need more animated movies. Like I really loved watching those when I was a kid, and I feel like the kid industry, that growing up between as a middle schooler, they're not getting enough like movies nowadays.
It's more TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I hate it for. They can't help it. Obviously, the younger generation can't help it because they're born. But it is true. There's a lot of amazing things that we had when we was growing up, and nowadays you just don't see that, especially.
Why I feel old right now,
I know, right?
like our generation.
We are getting old, but
True. You're talking about budget. There's a movie that came out like a week ago, November 15th,
yep,
the red
the
one.
red one.
It had a budget of $250 million. And
Wow. Who's starring in
Here's
it?
the thing: it has
Dwayne
Dwayne
Johnson.
Johnson.
Chris
And
Evans.
it's got J.K. Simmons in it too.
And it had really bad rating.
Was it 32%
32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Oh no, that's really bad.
And basically, it's a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole. Extremely large and formidable operative joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas.
So I just
It sounds interesting, but it obviously it's not good.
yeah, we
compared
have to
these
watch to
reviews.
find out why. But it made $89.5 million worldwide.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
ma-
really less compared to its
Oh, man.
budget.
250 million. They probably have to make like 500 million to be a break even.
Yeah.
And this ties back into what we was talking about last show. We were talking about the Joker. Too.
Yeah. They are just
Uh,
spending money for
just spending money to-
actors, I
yeah.
guess, without proper storyline. It just makes me sad as somebody who want to go in a film industry to see a movie with such a high budget and such a low creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I feel like even low budget movies can be really good. I don't know. I don't know if you've watched. Have you watched Mississippi Masala? It
have
it takes
not.
place in Mississippi and it's quite good.
Hmm.
Like, I think Denzel Washington is in the movie, and it's pretty old too. But it follows this Indian girl who's from, I think, a refugee from Uganda, and like her life and like kind of like the interaction with the both main characters in Mississippi. It was just so interesting, and like it's just I really like it that it was in Mississippi, and it's just such a nice movie.
And it had a budget of 5 million and it made 7.3 million.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I think like some movies or like some media in general doesn't have to make that much like when they first come out, and they
Mhm.
still have so much impact on like what movies are like, and like just enjoying the movie itself.
True. I agree. Like all of the movie from A24 we talked about last week, like everywhere, everything everywhere all at once, or even Lady Bird, Little Women, all of those movies have very less budget and amazing actors.
Yeah.
Have you we was talking about the food shows earlier. Have you seen The Menu?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good. It's 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think I've.
Um,
Is it? I think it's on Max.
It's
think-
on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. Yeah, Hulu. Yeah.
Okay.
It is pretty good though.
Yeah, it's horror. It has
Well,
a blood.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's not scary to
It's
me.
not
but
scary.
It's definitely
Food.
worth the watch.
Food horror.
Yeah, food horror.
If
there
that
we
sounds
go.
my God.
interesting.
New genre we made. Food horror.
Justin, you really like horror, anyways.
I do.
Big.
I'm not a fan of horror at
I
all.
love it.
Oh,
I love watching movies and getting, like, if the movie doesn't, like slashers, I don't call like horror movies because I mean if I'm not scared, it's not
Yeah.
like horror. It's more of just a slasher. But if I want to watch a scary movie, I want it to like give me chills and stuff. That might sound weird, but whatever.
No, I think
Is
I
what it is.
understand how you come from. For me, it's the exact opposite of why I watch movies. Like,
I mean, I watch people play horror games, and I play horror games myself. I don't know what it is about it, but I just, yeah.
love
But, like,
horror.
one thing Rochak usually talks about is we'll ask, like, what type of, if we were to make a movie or whatever, like, what type of movie would you like to make?
Or what kind of movie you want to be.
Yeah, or, yeah.
I think I've been really getting into like documentaries. I love watching documentaries. So, like this one I watched was in Netflix last year. It's still like I remember it was. I don't remember the name exactly, but it was this elephant in India.
Oh,
It
I've
was
heard about
really good. I think it's called the Elephant Whisperer or something like that. It's really good, and seeing other people's documentaries too, like short documentaries. Some of my friends make it. Some people I know, like who are mutuals, make it. So I really want to be able to do storytelling in a way that connects with people, just like I've connected with other like documentaries and storytelling, and even just movies in general. So I would really love to try to make a documentary at first and see how it goes, because I've been really interested in like editing and doing all of that even, but I think there's some stories that are just left said because it's not important or just not popular. I mean, it's very important, or just not like relevant topics in today's world, but like I would really want to do that. And
Documentary.
I've been thinking about doing like this documentary, just doing that about like my family, just for my family, and like just following the life of my grandmother, which is so interesting to me.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for me, that was what I started at with. I love to make, like, that's one of my top goals is to make some sort of horror movie. And I recently read a book. that really gave me a lot of insight, and it basically sparked an interest in me where I've been storyboarding in my head and thinking about it. But no, I'd love to make some type of horror movie. What about you, Rochak?
What I want to make? Probably comedy
Mm.
or some action movie.
Action, comedy.
Action comedy. Probably action comedy with Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Johnson.
Because I love their duo. You're talking about documentary. I just want to point out the last documentary. Probably it's not the last documentary I watched, but this is one of the document I watched this year, which was Mountain Queen. It's on Netflix. It's really good.
Yeah.
Have you watched this?
No, I haven't, but I've heard about it, and I really want to watch that as well. There's like so many movies and documentaries coming out of Nepal, and as a Nepali myself, it's like really interesting to see like these different experiences of people in my own country, and trying to see that through their lens. But there's this new movie that's out called Shambhala that I still haven't watched. It's Nepal's like official entry to the
I think I've heard about
Oscar.
that.
Yeah. But what did you think about Mountain Queen?
Yeah, it was like human element we are talking about. It was same. Like
Can you tell us like what it's about?
So this is about Lakpa Serpa, which is the first woman to descend. Yeah, first Nepali woman to summit and descend Mount Everest. She has climbed Mount Everest multiple times after that. I think she's also I think she's also a woman who have climbed the most time Mount Everest, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So basically, she is in U.S. right now, and it also talk about her struggle with her husband. I think he's not American, but he's immigrant here in the U.S. And there's a part of her which we don't really see in the media about her life, basically her
Yeah.
daughter, her son, and that is something we see. And she talk about her childhood, how she grew, and how women were like not allowed to climb Mount Everest and were not allowed even to go to school. And that is something that has been highlighted very nicely, and it follows her journey of climbing Mount Everest. That's the main storyline. So this is well documented movie about her, and she's really amazing woman. Yeah, you should just watch to know more about this.
Yeah, I think I'll watch it probably this weekend. I'm definitely
You
really
might cry at
interested.
the end.
No.
It's emotional at the end. Like I cried.
Oh my god.
Well, the last documentary I watched was a while ago, but it was and we mentioned this last show as well, but 1917, The Real Story. And basically it just goes over the real events, because like, the movie 1917, how it was all one take was amazing, but they basically goes into like the actual events that occurred and just the process of how they did all that. It was really, really cool. I also love documentaries, but that was the last one I watched.
So I just want to ask, who are your guys' favorite actor or actress?
I think for me, okay, I can go first. I really like Florence Pugh a lot. Her acting is really great. I love that small like bit in Little Women when she talks about like being a woman and like what it means to Timothy. So she's really good. Saoirse Ronan is really good in my opinion. Currently, I think those two.
For
Stan.
me, Jim Carrey, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, and there's more, but Jim Carrey is my number one, 100%.
For me, I like Anna Taylor-Joy. Do you know who's
Yeah, she's really good in that chess.
the Queen Gambit
Yeah.
Netflix
Yeah,
series?
that's really good.
I think that's the first series I watched from Anna Taylor-Joy, and I was like, okay, this is really amazing. Let me see her other. I'm the guy who, when I see something good from certain person, I like to go and watch the other stuff and see and just compare and stuff. And I start watching her other movies. She's also in Peaky Blinders.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, how did I forget? Oh no, Cillian Murphy.
oh yeah, Cillian Murphy.
He'd be like my number two.
So yeah, I really like her on the movie Last Night in Soho, which is another amazing movie. She recently did Furiosa, a Mad Max movie saga, my favorite movie saga, movie universe. So yeah, this is my favorite actress.
Also love Tyler Perry and his Medea movies.
I
You
feel
guys
like
watch them?
no,
No? Oh.
but I feel like with me is I'm the opposite. I do not look people up. I'm really bad about it. Like with actors or like just musicians in general, and like even artists. Like I used to not. This is so bad, but in middle school and stuff, I used to not have a healthy relationship with artists, and I would really be a big fangirl and like really think about them and like really read too much into the lyrics, and that did not help me at all. So going off in high school and like eventually in college, I really don't look people up. So I don't know if you know like Big Thief, the artist, like group. I didn't know that basically she also produces that as a single person, like Adrian Linker, and I did not know that they were like both in the same together thing, until I was like, oh wait, they sound really similar. Maybe they're friends. No, they're the same people.
Same people in the same band. Means band and a solo.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay, you talked about Studio Gibson. That's
Ghibli
Ghibli, sorry.
Studio Ghibli.
I have no idea how to pronounce, but so what's your favorite movie from that studio?
I think Spirited Away is really good. I really like the elements of. Have you watched this, Justin? I feel like this is something you would really like for some reason.
The Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, of like Spirited Away. That's the movie.
No, I haven't.
Okay, this has more like darker elements in it. So this girl is moving, and she, I don't know, like shortly put, she just ends up somewhere that she shouldn't, and this is just this new other world, and her parents are more like selfish and they turn into pigs. There's like one thing that's kind of, as a child when I watched this, it was hilarious but also like really scary that her like parents literally just turned into pigs that people might have, like the other people in the village will probably eventually eat. But it's very interesting. It goes into depths of a lot of things that I personally like didn't really think about in some way. And like Studio Ghibli really does this really good job of doing this animation in a certain style, where they draw in viewers even if they are like young people, like children, older generation. So everything they do is just really, I think, speaks to the soul. And they have pretty like sad movies as well. This is, I think, a good combination of both. Not that like sad or anything, but still makes you think. But like, there's this other movie about I forgot, the Fireflies, something Fireflies. I forgot the name of it.
Fireflies.
Um, but it's pretty like sad about it too. So they're really good, and they're like Japanese based.
Have you
animation
saw
house.
My Neighbor Totoro?
Totoro.
However
Yeah.
you say it?
Yep.
Yeah, my girlfriend likes that movie.
Yeah, that
I've been needing to watch that.
yeah, that is
so-
pretty nice movie. I've watched Spirited Away too.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think this was my first Japanese movie in general,
Yeah.
and as Japan is really good with animation, and this was one of the good example. I don't really remember much from the movie, so
Yeah.
I can't speak on that. But I think I have given it pretty good rating. I give rating for every movie I watch.
On Letterboxd.
Yep.
Yes, Letterboxd.
That's my thing. And another movie, My Neighbor Totoro, another amazing movie. Same human element we can find in this movie too, with the character Totoro.
Very comforting. And the song is pretty good, like do.
I just gotta watch it. There's a lot of people saying I'm just gonna watch it.
Yes, let's go watch tonight.
Watch it.
Oh, it was from 1988.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like I said, so like a lot of movies, if they're really nice, they just survive the test of time.
It has like 94% Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I'm watching it tonight.
You're gonna watch tonight.
Yeah, after I get off work. Yeah.
There's another movie from Japan. I don't think it's from the same studio, but it's called Your Name. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it during COVID.
This is I have already talked about this before, Justin, and I told you to watch.
I didn't
If you
watch it.
didn't
so-
watch, that's fine. You have time during winter break.
You're right.
But it has 4.2 rating in Letterboxd, and I think this is my favorite movie from Japan in general.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about Your Name actually, but now I remember a lot. Like the element of like time And I was so shocked or surprised when that happens, like when he goes to find her or something,
Yeah, at
and
the end.
it's like already so many years have passed. It's
So many
so
twists.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This play with the time playment in this movie is completely different from the American storytelling. So
Yeah, and this is like this. There's this myth in Asia about like the thread, the
mhm.
red thread of
Mm,
love,
yeah.
which like connects two people, and even when you're far apart, like you'll find the way eventually into to each other.
Mm,
Isn't that so
uh,
nice?
it is.
Yeah.
They play really well in the movie. Okay, Justin, look at our time.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are running out of time. We don't like this part, but unfortunately, it has to happen. But before we go, we just want to ask you, Suvi, what did you think about the show?
I really like it. I think it's very chill. Like it's that meme. I'm just a chill guy.
I'm a
You
chill
Oh
know?
yeah, I've seen that everywhere.
Me
It's everywhere.
too.
Just a
I
chill guy.
know. Like, so this is like more of I'm just a chill guy talking about things, and I think eventually being able to connect back and forth with all of our experiences, and it's really fun. I like it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
That's all for Real Vibe this week. We'll see you next week. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Real Vibe So, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all of our episodes at Real Vibe So. And if you want to be guest or if you have any review on movie, TV, or music, send us on our email at realvibe@gmail.com. It's me, Rochak.
You, Justin.
We'll see you next week.